If you just got into offset smoking, let me tell you about the number one mistake you're about to make, and let's get past it. Hey guys, I am Steve from Cookout Coach, where we're all about trying to help you take your barbecue to the next level no matter what you need. Today what we're going to be talking about is the number one pitfall you need to avoid if you're just getting into offset smoking, or maybe if you've been in it for a while and just can't seem to get it right. To me, like a lot of people, when you think about classic smoking of barbecue, you think of an offset stick burner. You think of huge pits that take logs, people throwing sticks all day and keeping that fire going. There's just something so Americana about the whole idea of an offset stick burner. And there are plenty of companies today like Char Griller that I represent that make great offset cookers that aren't going to break the bank that you can pick up at any local big box store. Here at Cookout Coach, I'm all about trying to help you take that learning curve out of making great barbecue. And these pits, because they're small, can be a little bit tricky. What I find is most people's problem goes back to most people's problem on any pit, and that is they don't know how to manage the fire in a small firebox. They expect to throw big sticks, but there's not quite enough room for big sticks. So what do? Put your ego aside, follow me, let's get you making some delicious barbecue on that new offset cooker you have. The problem I see people running into with offset cookers that are smaller, 48 to 36 inches, is they don't have enough of a coal base in their firebox to help keep their fire running without them being on top of it, throwing small splits just to keep it going. I'm here to tell you, there is no shame in loading your firebox with lit coals to make sure that your fire runs good and smooth and you have a fun cook. And it's not throwing in the towel or taking the easy route. World champion pitmasters do the exact same thing on their competition rigs. So to begin with, we're literally going to load up our Char Griller trapdoor chimney full up with briquette charcoal. Light it however you like. I like to use these little tumbleweeds, but get it lit and let this thing come all the way up to temperature. When all of these coals are lit, we're just going to dump them in our firebox on our offset cooker. We happen to be using a Char Griller Competition Pro. Whatever offset cooker you're using, this will work exactly the same. Now that we have our coal bed in there, all we have to do now is worry about wood for flavor as opposed so much to wood for heat. You can still take that into account. For instance, if you're running a little bit hot, try throwing a chunk instead of a full split. If you're running a little bit cool, try throwing a full split. The key is with that full coal bed, these will both ignite instantly. We'll get past that dirty smoke and we'll get into that smooth, the delicious clear blue smoke that you want on that food. So here's the secret that no one tells you about offset cooking. Throwing sticks, coals, that's not the magic of it. If I'm the first to tell you this, I'm sorry that more people aren't brave enough to say it, but the real magic in offset cooking comes in how the air moves across the meat. And that hot air doesn't care if it came from charcoal or came from fresh wood and you only burned wood in that firebox. The chemical compounds are going to be based on how clean that fire is running. The heat and air, they don't care what source they came from, but how it flows over the meat and around it is what gives offset cooking its unique attributes. So there it is. If you've been having trouble with your offset smoker, start with a bigger coal bed. If people want to make fun of you for not throwing pure sticks, just hand them that delicious rib you just pulled off there and walk away knowing that they know your barbecue is now better than theirs. Now that you've got the secret, why don't you join me over here? Let's make a Texas style brisket.